What up, what up, what up? This is RJ Fantasy Football talking. We're back again. You know who I am. I'm Rodney. This is JJ. And this is the 40-second play clock. For week 5, we're about to go in, pick some players, impact players, and pick some games. What's going on, man?
Ain't nothing much. Doing well so far. Ready to get these picks in. We actually had our first tie for last week's pick, so
I'm getting there.
I gotta get my lead back.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm coming to take that. So don't even worry about that. So
We'll
I'm going to
see.
start it off, though, man. You know, it's bye weeks. Couple teams on buys this week. So we're going to start it off. You know how I started off, people. You know I always got to start with my Niners. That's what we do over here. Um, We playing Miami this week. I expect to get the victory. Impact players are going to be Jimmy G. Debo is back. Brandon Ayuk. Raheem Mustard should be back this week. George Kittle had a monster game last week. He definitely going to ball out. Miami, Devontae Parker, Myles Gaskin. You can say Ryan Fitzpatrick if you want to, but I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. He ain't going to do much this week. But the 49ers should get this dub this week and should be pretty easy. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I think the defense is pretty pissed off from last week. So I think we're going to come in and we're going to kind of get work. So that's what I got for you.
All right, sounds good. They definitely have a lot to atone for that past loss. So hopefully for your sake they'll do a lot better. So,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
well, I'm gonna start with my favorite team, who's actually going against my wife's favorite team, the Raiders and the Chiefs. Sadly, once again, for the third week in a row, I'm not picking my Raiders to win, and this one is not even going to be close. It's going to be ugly. But go for all your standard Chiefs players because they should all be good. The only question mark I will say, because if you think back, there was a time when Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Josh Jacobs were top 10 running backs. That was week 1. Neither one of them has been much since then. I don't think either one of them has a very spectacular game this week. Surprise guy, I guess you look for. I said Hunter Renfrow last week, but apparently it was Nelson Aguilar. I don't know. I'd go with somebody has to help the Raiders get some offense because they're going to need a lot of points, and I don't know if they have enough to get that done. But there you go. We'll see what happens with it.
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna get this win.
Oh no, the win is out of. I'm just hoping there's a player from the Raiders that's Derek Carr is the only one I really have a lot of confidence in.
Yeah,
And Darren Waller perhaps, but we've seen he can be sometime as well. Because I mean he's the big target, so they try to neutralize
they double team
as much as they can. Exactly.
Yeah, they double team him, so they definitely take him out of the game and make everybody else play. So, hey, I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose something. It's okay. It's gonna be some weeks I pick against my boys, so it's all good. This week is just not gonna be it.
No.
I'm gonna go to my next game. I got the Atlanta Falcons versus the Carolina Panthers, and I'm going with Atlanta. They got to get a win. I mean, obviously they need to get one. So obviously, you know the main guys for Atlanta who can be impact players: Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley. If Julio Jones play, I mean, those are the guys. Julio has to play in order for them to kind of succeed. Russell Gage, Todd Gurley a little bit. So you can throw those in. For Carolina, you got Teddy Bridgewater, Mike Davis, Robbie Anderson. I just don't feel like Carolina got enough. The defense is not that great this year. Atlanta should win this game. So I'm going to roll it with Atlanta this week.
As a person with Matt Ryan, I'm hoping they can right that ship because after the first 2 weeks, it's been a complete disaster. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with them. I'm going to go ahead and move to my next game. I have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens. And this one is going to be interesting to see because Joe Burrow and the Bengals first got their first win. And Joe Mixon actually looked really good. And I don't think any of that happens this week with the Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to just take advantage of the defense. I think is just too good. Joe Burrow, they're going to just throw the ball all over the place like they normally do. I don't think it's going to account for too much. Ravens are going to get the win. You can play Higgins. He's been looking good, and Tyler Boyd. But I think Joe Mixon has fallen back a lot from where he was last week. Let's see what happens. Lamar Jackson's been sitting out the last few practices, but hopefully he's in and the offense goes. That run game is the best thing they've got going. So I go with Ingram and Lamar Jackson. No wide receivers. Mark Andrews is about the only guy, catching the ball that I trust out of that team. So.
Yeah, Mark Andrews is the only guy that you trust catching out of that offense. That's because we already said this, and he don't look at nobody else, so it don't even matter. Mark Andrews is the guy you need to play. No, because he don't even fake off like you want to look at him. He just looks directly at Mark Andrews, and people know it. That's the sad part, and he still gets open. So I don't know.
He's really good. I think he is officially the third best tight end. Zach Ertz was trying to hold on, but it's Andrews after Kelsey, number 1, and then Kittle, number 2.
Yeah. No.
They got your record.
No. Kittles is the number 1 tight end.
Sorry. Not editing that out. That's staying in.
Yeah. So. No. You caught me off guard on that one. People, Kittles is the best. Best believe it. I'm going to go to my next game, and we got Arizona against the New York Jets. I'm not going to take long here, people. Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, for the Jets, James Crowder. It's going to be Arizona, and it's going to be by a lot. I mean, they starting Flacco, for God's sake. I mean, it's not even going to be close. And I'm going to end this thing with about 20 seconds left because Arizona's going to win. Period, point blank.
Will our guy Kenyon Drake finally look relevant?
No. Not even against that.
Not even against them. Yeah.
No. Is the Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
Yeah,
I mean that's been like the whole game.
Wednesday. I'm done with Kenyon Drake. I moved on to Chase Edmonds. I'm going to see where that.
Chase Edmonds. So. Chase Edmonds might have a better game than Kenyon Drake. That's so only because,
all year. So.
Yeah. So as far as like the passing, because he's receiving out of the backfield. So right. Chase Edmonds is probably a better play than Kenyon Drake right now. Period. So definitely
agreed. All right, so I'm going to go with my next game. I got the Giants at the Cowboys, and it's like an inept defense versus an inept offense. I don't even know who wins because they're both so bad. I think I'm going to have Dallas to win the game. Dak Prescott's been throwing for like 60 passes the last 2 games. I don't think he'll need to do that, so his wide receivers might not get as much shine as they've gotten because I think they'll maybe use Ezekiel Elliott because I think this is the one game they'll look good. Of course, the Giants' defense is probably rushing defense is probably the best thing they do. So we'll see where that goes. The fact that Cedric Wilson has been heavily involved in the Cowboys' offense makes him a possible play if they end up having to throw the ball. But don't play anybody other than maybe Evan Ingram on the Giants because they're terrible. I don't think that offense is going to get anything done. Even against the Cowboys defense, I don't think they get anything done.
I wouldn't play not one of their receivers.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even play Evan Ingram, honestly.
Evan Ingram leads in targets, so I'm thinking did you know that Daniel Jones has not thrown a touchdown since week 1?
I know.
Yeah. So it's
I know. Yeah.
It's just a disaster.
I mean, he gonna be out the door next year. I don't think he's gonna be there. I think they gotta find somebody else. He's not progressing like they need him to be. So he's regressing, if anything. So
I think he has at least one more year in it, but they're probably. I'm definitely sure they're looking at other places already.
Yeah,
he's been awful.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's a quarterback that's sitting out there now that's better than him, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
He has an afro.
Yeah, kind of puffy, you dig, out there. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, but I'm gonna go to my next game. and it's Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Um, Pittsburgh gonna win this thing. Ben Roethlisberger is back. He's playing well. James Conner's back. He's playing well. Juju, same thing. Philly just doesn't look good. They got to win last week against us, but that was more our fault than anything. So I just don't. I mean, Carson Wentz is not looking good, which is making Ertz not look good, and Miles Sanders is really not looking good. I'm definitely going Pittsburgh in this one. The defense is top 5. They're going to shut Wentz down like they know they do everybody else. So definitely Pittsburgh should win this one. I ain't saying it's going to be close, but it's going to be at least by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's been a bit. They've been sitting for. They had a whole week of not playing, so going out that bye week, I'm pretty sure they're going to be really ready for that game. And Philly has no answer. But that whole NFC East is terrible. So I'm going to go to my next game, which is still in the terrible NFC East. I'm talking about the Rams against the Washington football team. And this is the game of I don't think I want to play anybody other than Cooper Kupp because the Washington football team, they're switching quarterbacks and Kyle Allen is not good. He makes me not want to really play Scary Terry, but I probably will just because I have to where I drafted him. Antonio Gibson might be able to go, but he was more. Even Antonio Gibson was more involved in the passing game, the rushing game, last week. But that's about the only players I feel comfortable with. The Rams rushing, both their running backs were terrible last week. I don't think they're going to be much better this week. Jared Goff hasn't really been that impressive. So yeah, it's Cooper Kupp, maybe Antonio Gibson and Scary Terry. That's it. I don't think I said so, but the Rams are winning that game.
Yeah, the Rams can win that one. Actually, Cam Akers coming back this week, so I don't know if that makes a difference, but
not to me. No.
Okay.
But sure. I mean, if you've been waiting for him, then
play.
Yeah.
I still would play Scary Terry just because you drafted him pretty high.
Exactly.
Gibson, I would play Gibson, but I would kind of, if you don't have to play him,
no,
you wouldn't.
He's not.
But if that's your last resort, if that's your last resort, then yes, because if you look based on, because they did some kind of analogy on last year when he was with TMC, he threw to the running back 49% of the time.
Yeah.
So the running back is going to catch out of the backfield. He's going to get hit.
Right,
so.
Exactly. That's their MO. So that's why Antonio Gibson is somewhat a play.
Better.
But I don't know. I just don't like the switch I don't like the quarterback switch. Not at all. Not at all. Not that Dwayne Haskins was great, but we already know Kyle Allen's not great also. So
yeah, he's not great at all. So
it is what it is.
I'm gonna roll into my next game, and I got the Houston Texans versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, and obviously you got your guys from Houston, Deshaun Watson, David Johnson, William Fuller, and you got Gardner Minshew, James Robinson, and Laviska Shenault from Jacksonville. I'm going with Houston. They need a victory, and I think they should get a victory here. I feel like David Johnson and Deshaun Watson should have really good games. Also, Will Fuller. Gardner Minshew is going to be Gardner Minshew. I mean, he's probably going to try to lead them in a comeback, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think they lose the game. I'm rolling with Houston.
Hey, do you think the offense will look much different with Romeo Crennel taking over?
I think he's going to make some changes, but he's not an offensive coach. He's a defensive-minded coach.
Guy, right?
So I think whoever's going to be calling the offensive plays, it may look better. Yeah. Because I want to say the coach that was there O'Brien was calling the offensive plays. So I think whoever's calling it now, it should look a little better. I think they need to get David Johnson involved a little bit more than they need, because that's going to open up the passing game for them. Yeah. Because William Fuller has been playing well, so I think at the end of the day,
he's the only only receiver that's really been a reliable guy.
I mean, the guy they traded for named Brandon Cooks ain't doing too much, so no. William Fuller is probably the only thing. Those three guys are the only. you're starting Deshaun Watson just because of the fact that you drafted him pretty high, and David Johnson, he's a serviceable running back where you can get you about 15 points. So I think in the way running backs are thin nowadays, he's a good play anyway against his defense. So yeah, definitely.
All right, well, let's keep it rolling. This is going to be the conspiracy game because for the second week in a row, the schedule gets pushed back favorably for the Patriots, where they can get a quarterback in there. And I guess it doesn't really matter because we saw them play last week. There's not a quarterback in this game on either team. I like Melvin Gordon, and I think everybody else is going to be trash because Julian Edelman didn't even look good last week. Because this just is no hope. I'm done. It's just terrible, terrible game. I hope it gets pushed back so Cam Newton can play because otherwise it might not even be watchable. That's it. That's all. I don't know. That's a terrible
Cam Newton is. They need Cam. Cam Newton is the. Yeah. They built that offense around Cam Newton this year,
right?
And they need that. They need him back. To me, that just shows that they're gonna have to pay him at the end of the year because he makes that team better. So, I want to say New England, but I think
I haven't really made up my mind on that one. I'm gonna say it depends on who's. I hate to say it depends on who plays quarterback because both quarterbacks were terrible. And on the Broncos, I think Ripley was going to play, but he was terrible. It's just terrible, terrible, terrible. I'm going to go give Belichick the win, I think, and just say he wins because he's Belichick. But that game is going to be awful. As it's constructed now, it's going to be awful. I'm hoping someone gets COVID so we don't have to watch it. There we go.
Well, I think they're going to shut down Melvin Gordon. I think because they have nobody else to keep.
He's the only tackle because everyone else is hurt. So
yeah, who else they going to key on? So they're going to stack the box. So they're going to stop him.
Yeah.
It's going to be an ugly game.
It's going to be a
terrible
terrible game.
So, I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to roll this my next one.
All right.
And my next game is the Colts versus the Cleveland Browns. And I'm going Indy on this one. I feel like Indy has a really good defense. I feel like they're gonna slow down Kareem Hunt because it's no Nick Chubb, and I don't think Odell is gonna do what he did last week. Phillip Rivers, Jonathan Taylor, Mo Alley Cox is the ones you probably could play from Indy, but I don't see Cleveland winning this game. I feel like Phillip Rivers can come out and he's gonna do pretty good. Baker Mayfield, I still don't believe in him. I'm sorry. I can't. So I'm going with Indy. Just because of the defense.
Yeah, I think Indy's a better team. The Browns looked good last week because they were playing against Dallas. This defense is not Dallas. So
no, not at all.
This is far from Dallas. So I think they'll be exposed for who they really are.
Thank you. I feel.
All right, so my next game is the Bills and the Titans. Talking about games that may not happen. Who knows? With this, it's been pushed to, I think, Tuesday right now. But if there's more COVID cases like this it doesn't get played. So for now, I guess you try to play Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Derrick Henry for the Titans. Jonah Smith, I would love for this game, but it's just so much there that you can't rely on. A.J. Brown's coming back. Corey Davis is out. So if they play it, you play your main guys, but it's a lot to gamble on. Hopefully your commissioner, like me, gives you a chance to do alternates in case this game doesn't go down, because right now I'm not willing to risk playing anybody up there. So
I even heard they was talking about making the Titans forfeit this game, which is crazy to me.
It's just a disaster. In fact, I don't know if you read this one, but someone suggested they should just have the Titans end their whole season. I'm like,
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's just a disaster right now.
I feel like
if they play, I have the Bills winning. I think they're a better team.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know.
I feel like they have to play this game, and I know it sounds bad, but
I don't think they have to.
No, I'm
go ahead.
The reason I say that is because they don't want Tennessee getting out of NFL shape.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Well, the thing is, if this same thing happened to like the Washington football team or the Dolphins or even the Bengals, I don't think anybody cares. You know, the Titans are actually a good football team.
And they don't want to
could compete for the Super Bowl, but
so that's my thinking is they don't want them to get out of game shape.
I think they try to play it, but hey, if they get,
I think they are
going to
play
it.
I think
back, then they won't be able to, at least not this week. But we'll see.
Well, the thing is, I read that the Titans wasn't even following protocol as far as
they were having
COVID-19.
illegal practices when they were supposed to be quarantined. That's what I'm saying. If there's more outbreaks from their defying the NFL protocols, then I think they'll shut this game down. And I don't even know how they're going to schedule that later if that happens.
I don't know. Well, I'm going to roll into this next game.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
I ain't going to play hater this time around, you know. I got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Minnesota Vikings. Seattle's going to win this game, but I don't think it's going to be as like a big. I don't think they can win by as big as margin as people think. I think it's going to be kind of close. I think this kid, Justin Jeffries and Thielen and all them, Kirk Cousins, I think they're going to make it tough on this Seattle defense. And Seattle's going to have to throw the ball. You know, obviously the usual suspects, Russell Wilson, DK, Tyler Lockett, Chris Carson. I just think at the end of the day, I'm going with Seattle, but I think it's going to be really close.
Yeah. I think I said this last week when we were talking this or on the Wednesday show. The craziest thing is that the Seattle defense is not good. They're not Dallas bad, but they're not what we typically think of Seattle good. So I think that's going to give an opportunity for a team like Minnesota to make this game a little bit more interesting than it probably should be. So.
Yeah, I think I don't think they pull it out. I don't think Minnesota pull it out.
I still think Seattle's better and they win, but yeah.
I'll be shocked if they do win. I will. They possibly could win, but I'm not gonna bet they're gonna win because, I mean, if they get up, Minnesota does have a pretty good defense.
Yeah,
they're not like bad, but they have a pretty good defense, middle of the pack defense. So, and they got two good corners. So I feel like with Seattle, their defense is really not that especially the secondary. The secondary is not the old Legion of Boom anymore.
Right.
So they're not that great. So Jefferson should get off. Thielen should get off. So that's going to probably open up more things for Dalvin Cook. So I just think Seattle scores so quick, and they got two guys on the edges that can actually get down the field and burn you and take the top off. I just feel like they a little bit too much, but I think it's really going to be a good game, though.
Yeah, it should be a fun one to watch.
So,
all right, so I'm gonna go to our last game. Monday night, Chargers and the Saints. This one should be pretty interesting. Kamara and Breeze are your best plays for the Saints, and hey, I thought we might get it last week, but this week it's looking even better that we might get Michael Thomas back. Stay tuned. I'll make sure that's a definite. Without Eckler on the Chargers, I think they're going to have some problem. We're going to have to wait to see between Justin Jackson and Joshua Kelly who's going to take the game. So I wouldn't play either one of them this week unless I had to. If I'm playing one of them, I play Joshua Kelly. Keenan Allen is always a play because he's in double-digit targets every week. Hunter Henry had a bad game last week, but I think he bounces back with a fairly decent one this one. So there you go. Saints are going to get that win.
Well, you heard the news, right? Tyrod lost his job for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I saw that, but I kind of expected that.
Me too.
Because, I mean, hey, they didn't want to start Justin Herbert this early, but once he got in, you can see he's got talent. And he's not doing the dinking and dunking. And
he throwing it down the field.
He goes downfield. So if you thought Hunter Henry was going to get a lot of play just because of the typical rookie quarterback throwing to tight ends, he's still a play, but he ain't even worried about that. He's going downfield.
Keenan Allen is the one benefiting from this change.
He's the happiest guy on the team because Tyrod Taylor won't hit him like that.
Yeah, he definitely benefiting from that change. I mean, we all seen it coming. I'm sad that it happened the way it did.
Yeah.
But
because
of
of what
they
did.
did.
Happen. It's just like it's just the
we
way it
called
happened.
it.
It's like
The way it happened. It's kind of bad, but we called it. I mean, and he tried to put on a strong face and say Tyrod is my quarterback, but we all know that wasn't gonna happen.
No.
We just know. I mean, they drafted that guy too early for him not to play,
and he's been
because it
good.
ain't like it used to be. He's too
good.
good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see. That's all we got, y'all. I mean, we appreciate y'all tuning in. For the Second Play Clock. You know where to find us at. Check us out, rjfantasyfootballtalk.com, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Check out the Wednesday shows. We here, and we ain't going nowhere.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hey, join us back. We'll be here live Wednesday night, 9 p.m., discussing these games and showing how much better I did on my picks than you.
No, I'm coming for you this week. Don't worry about it. That's why I made that Colts pick, because I know you picked Cleveland, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
No. Not even.
All right, man.
All right, y'all take it easy. Peace.
All right, I'll take it easy, man.